Created by Brett. Yeah.
Hey Brett, how do you stop overthinking and analyzing things?
Well, a lot of people do drugs and alcohol, or there's sleep deprivation. Just stay up for a few days. You could get a lobotomy, but I think the real answer is don't worry, there's no perfect answers anyway. Lots of the solutions that you come up with for something are just fine. See this chart that I made? There are a few solutions that are terrible, and are going to ruin your life, and there are a few solutions that are perfect, exactly fantastic. And most of the solutions are here in the middle. This is where almost every one of your ideas is going to be. And they're pretty good. They're fine. They're good enough. My voice gets really high when I talk like that. And it's so easy to listen to. Oh, the other thing about this is look how many options there are. There are a million things that you could do with this. There are a million possible ways that you could, possible roads that you could go down or choices that you could make. And most of them are just fine. Let me give you an example, and I'm going to use dating as the example. First, there isn't a perfect way to ask somebody out. Like, who cares? There are probably 500 ways that you can ask a person out. It could happen accidentally. They could ask you out. A friend could say, hey, you two should, go do something. Or you wind up with a group of friends and then you two have to go off by yourself for some reason. It turns into a thing. There's a million ways that it can happen. Second thing, is this the perfect person for you? It doesn't matter. Because as you're going in a relationship, you course correct. You're like, oh, I'm going this direction and I don't like it. Let's steer over this way, back to where I prefer. That's the thing. It's not like you're choosing one path that you have to pursue for the rest of your life. You can change. Change is great. You're only making a decision for right now. And if it turns out you didn't like that decision, you can do something different. But back to the dating thing. Let's say you try and ask him out and it fails. That's okay. And heck, if there is only one perfect way to ask this person out, that relationship is probably way too iffy anyway. Sounds really high maintenance if you ask me. Plus, I'm sure that person is not the only person in your life that you could possibly date. See, some pessimists like to say opportunity only knocks once. Well, I have found that opportunities just keep on knocking. In fact, I want to put that on a t-shirt. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Opportunities are everywhere. People that you could date are everywhere. In fact, there are kind of too many, which is a good problem to have. But like I said with this chart, maybe this is the number of people that you could date, and one of them is the exact perfect relationship, and one of them is the exact ruin your life relationship. Most of the people you can date are in here. Most of them are just fine. And then like I said, as you're dating, you're course correcting, you're changing your path a little bit, and it actually becomes more and more perfect over time, if you're conscious of steering it. But here's another thing about overthinking and overanalyzing things. If you're stuck on there possibly being only one possible solution or one best decision, what you gotta do is get yourself out of that mindset and come up with 10 possibilities for it. I don't know why 10, that's just what I usually do. Think of 10 people you could date. Think of 10 careers you could get into. Think of 10 gifts that you could get somebody for their birthday. Think of 10 ways that you could meet a person. Think of 10 songs that you could perform at the school talent show. Or think of 10 different kinds of acts that you could do at the school talent show besides singing. I mean, when I think of 10 alternatives to something, and I wasn't meaning to do 10, but it just kind of worked out that way. I was just doing, like, hey, when I think of 10 alternatives to something, it kind of gives me control over whatever the thing is. Because then I realize there's no one perfect answer. If there's only one chance to accomplish something, I'm anxious. I get nervous. I do not thrive in that situation. But if there's 10 ways to accomplish something, I can pick and choose which one I want to do. And I can fail at least 9 of them and still have another alternative. And if there's 10, there's probably 20. So it just makes it easier to accomplish that thing. Plus, back on the dating thing, if your goal is to date one particular person, you probably want to step back from that because a lot of other people might want to date that same person. What you gotta do is you say, what are the qualities of that person that I like? What is it about the way that I envision the relationship that I like? And then just start going for the qualities rather than that particular person. Hey, that sounded wise. Cool. And that is how you stop overthinking and overanalyzing stuff, I think. If you have a question about something, please leave it down in the thingy thing, and if I like your question and I can answer it, and I have time to answer it, maybe I'll make you a video next time.
Please share this vid